Every day I would buy a first-class ticket but never board the plane. Instead, I would sit restlessly in the VIP lounge watching TV until the host on TV suddenly fell asleep and all the players on the field collapsed. At that moment, I realized that disaster had struck. Then I noticed that the airport security personnel were armed. I grabbed one of their weapons and charged into the crowd, but I didn't harm anyone. I just ran toward the tarmac. Flight attendant, sensing something was wrong outside, tried to close the cabin door, but the barrel of my gun got stuck in the door. Flight attendant tried her best to block me, but I forced my way in. This action caused a commotion among the passengers. I pointed the gun at the flight attendant and said I was there to help. I told her to close the door, or I would shoot immediately. The flight attendant had no choice but to comply. I then pointed my gun at the cockpit and ordered the pilot to take off immediately.
Look, unless we get out of here, the sunrise is going to kill us all, okay?
But the pilot didn't believe me, and when I turned my head, he grabbed the gun and tried to take it from me. A gunshot rang out, causing the passengers to panic. Inside the cockpit, the pilot was holding his face in pain. His palm had been shot through. I urgently ordered the pilot to take off immediately and leave before sunrise. But the pilot said he couldn't fly the plane alone because his left hand was injured and he couldn't operate the control stick. I cursed him as useless and returned to the cabin for help.
Okay, is there a pilot in here? We need a pilot! Your lives depend on it!
Seeing no one responding, I felt extremely anxious. At that moment, a woman named Carter raised her hand. She had never flown a passenger plane before, only a helicopter. But in such an emergency, I had no choice but to let her into the cockpit. Only when the plane slowly took off did I finally breathe a sigh of relief. The pilot asked what sunrise means death meant. As a NATO Army captain, I had inadvertently overheard a secret high-level meeting. The meeting discussed that the sun had mutated, and all living beings exposed to its rays would die. Even hiding inside buildings would be useless. At first, I was a bit skeptical, but the live TV broadcast of all the athletes suddenly collapsing confirmed everything. So now we must race against the sun and stay in the darkness. Otherwise, everyone will die.